Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Warsaw for today's daily challenge. All of our destinations will be busier. We'll start with 2 bridges. That's all we get. We have a diagonal orange line, and the Spotify bug isn't working today. Boo! Shame on you, the Spotify bug. All right, fine. Be gone. Sadness and failure. Bring this over to here. Samurai Sam was here first. Good morning, Sam. Oh, goodness. He chose... I should have kept the tab open. I've started a new gimmick with the starting soon screen, which I deploy, sometimes. Wherein we just we put the quote from we put the rules text of a random Magic the Gathering card. And I got a nifty little tap land, which, comes in taps for 2 colors a mana. It's not horrendous, but is also not great. There are other things you could do. People like shocklands. I am a person who values life too much in order to like shocklands, but people like shocklands. Oh, God. Let's see here. Today is one of those days where I absolutely positively have to be out of here quickly because I have to be on a Zoom call at 8. So theoretically, that means I should be fully focused on starting to work at like 7:30. And if anyone here works for my employer, shut up. That totally happened. Beyond that, this comes over here, gets down that way. Sam does raise a point that if you're playing a deck that gains a lot of life, the downside of the shocklands is mitigated, which is true, is absolutely true. Plus, if you don't want to lose the life, you can just have them come in tapped, which is actually a good point. And things like City of Brass exists. City of Brass is not the worst. God damn it, Sam. I just bought 175 Magic cards. Why couldn't you convince me that shocklands are good in life gain decks yesterday? Fuck. It's fine. It's all fine. Take them. Now, wait a second. The game has not given me any motorways. And it has thrown a whole bunch of... All right, no, we're not splitting up the fucking... No, come here. Go that way. You go over here. The 2 of you do that. Hold on, we got to do this while the thing is going, because I got to be on a call at 8. Remember, we just established this. You go there. Okay. They're also real-world money expensive for Magic cards because they're good in life gain decks and certain scenarios. So Sam owns none of them. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like... So I recently purchased, and by recently I mean I hit buy now yesterday. I recently purchased a fair whack of money worth of Magic the Gathering cards, and part of the reason I made this decision is that I was already spending a bunch of money. I feel bad spending more than $10 on a Magic card right now. And $10 is not like a ton of money. It's $10. But when you think about, I could spend $10 on this piece of cardboard that I'm going to use to play cardboard with my friends, or I could spend 42 cents, considering that I can get 100 proxies shipped for 42 bucks. I could spend 42 cents or $10, and the only difference is, ooh, that's a real one of those, and I might be able to turn around if I ever get bored with it and flip it for money. Yeah. Also, there are cheaper, less good options. It is true that there are cheaper, less good options as well. I was recently building out the land base for my vampire deck, and when I theory crafted it, I had, damn near every non-basic, funny gimmick tap land in existence. And then I looked at the land base in my existing vampire deck, and I was like, wait, why am I getting rid of this? These are good cards. I like Rakdos Carnarium. Actually, I think I wound up cutting Rakdos Carnarium. But, you know, I like Haunted Ridge. Haunted Ridge is good. Why was I getting rid of that? So now we've got 3 colors worth of nonsense on this one road. It might be bad. That possibility here. Oh, goodness. Let's put a traffic light right here. That should be PC, theoretically. We will also take... Hold on. We'll take these particular purple guys, swing them over like so using our second and final bridge. And if we're using our second and final bridge, we'll have these 2 greens take motorway number 1. At least we get motorways. Go down this way. There you go. Do. All right. All of y'all go out this way. You go that way. Okay. Hey, you know. Oh, now this is a circle. Oh, that's bad. Oh, we don't particularly care for that. Why does that have to be a circle? This is horrendousing. No. No. Why are you a circle? Render unto me a pair of traffic lights. That'll be fine. I don't understand why this had to go circular. It certainly isn't helping. Here, can I get away with swiping you to go that away? Let's have you go that away. Is there any good way to get these 2 oranges to help serve this business that doesn't involve swipe stealing a bridge from somewhere? No. No, there is not. Alright, fine. You know what? This purple road is kind of silly when compared with the possibility of the existence of, say, this purple road. We're just going to pull this house out of here, get that bridge back, and immediately respend it. So now these purple houses go and save that, which in turn, look at the smartness and goodness of me, in turn lets us do this, and also we'll have a quick little that and a traffic light right here, which will be perfectly cromulent. Samurai Sam wishes to remember Mean Gene Okerlund, one of the original fantastic interviewers in the professional wrestling business. Ow! Mean Gene Okerlund was a tremendous presence on a fuckload of early, starting in, I think, the 70s, maybe even earlier than that. Gene Okerlund was not a wrestler, or if he was not a particularly good or meaningful one, but he was an entertaining dude. He could hold an interview in an era where the interviewer was more than just a pretty face with a microphone that people talked at. There were an actual character who expressed opinions and served as the voice of the people sometimes. Gene Okerlund was fucking fantastic. Oh, God. Ow. Hold on. Ow. There's a reason that a lot of Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair impressions start with, well, you know something, Mean Gene. Or mean... I don't do Ric Flair. I don't do a Ric Flair. I'm not even going to try. I have in the past tried in private. I will not be repeating that in public. Let's see here. We'll take a third roundabout. Slightly likelier to use that than a third traffic light, I think. Might not even be true. I just heard the something's fucked sound. Hey, look, something's fucked. Well, crap. What are we going to do about that? I mean, I do have a motorway now. We could just do that. We could very easily do that. I don't have any, particular unique... okay, I have three memories of Mean Gene Okerlund. One of which is not really a thing Mean Gene Okerlund did so much as a thing for which Mean Gene Okerlund was present. Let's see here. First of all, This green exists, and that's a problem. We need to do something about that. Let's get this orange on this road going over here. That's absolutely not going to do anything about this green, but we need to solve that problem nonetheless. Okay. So, yes, Sam, that's exactly what happened, actually. I remembered a thing, and I cracked up. Crap. I think we can get... Alright, let's get these dark greens going this way. I'm gonna have to murder kill this bridge, which is in turn gonna overfuck 2 or 3 different businesses. But we're gonna pretend that it's gonna be fine. We're gonna pretend that all of this is gonna be A-okay, and everything will be fine. Just as soon as we get this bridge back. Okay. Now, having successfully gotten that bridge back, give me traffic lights this week. How in the hell do I... Oh, no, I created a bridge that then... Oh, fucking stickmongers. Okay, problems. Also, we got to get light greens over to here. That's bad and impossible and unlikely to happen. And this is a... Oh, boy. Oh, this is all falling to shit and fuck. Okay. So, you come in like so. And then... I don't know, man. I think we're just going to do this and this, which is bad, but at least it lets us traffic light here. Okay. You point that way. Now, how do I solve a problem like I use, guys? I don't think I do. I don't think I actually do. But putting this light green on this road at least gets a house to do that. Which, not enough, want to note, but now there's one house here. And oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for the sake of fuck. Alright, off you go. Have another friend. Yeah, the green cars that are supposed to serve this business, they're here. So this is doomed. Like this all here, all of this here with the neighborhood and the houses and all of that, yeah, this has become a death zone. This has become a death zone and everything is doom fucked now. So... Alright, I figured out what I should have done, but it's entirely too late. Like what I can do is I can pull these houses off of here and come like this and do a traffic light. We do a traffic light right there, and that helps a little bit, but it is entirely too late, and we're doomed. So, sad. Sadness and failure. So one time, this is a true fact, Mean Gene Okerlund was interviewing Harlem Heat, tag team of Booker T and Stevie Ray. And in case you didn't know, Booker T and Stevie Ray were both large, athletically gifted African-American gentlemen. And they, for storyline reasons that I don't know because I did not watch WCW at the time. Also, this happened in like 1992, I think. Or 1994 when he was in WCW. My point is, Booker T and Stevie Ray had a problem with newfound WCW acquisition Hulk Hogan. He was not popular among the Harlem Heat demographic. And Mr. T, wait, no, we should probably not refer to him as that. There might be fools pitied at some point. So Booker was asked for his thoughts on Hulk Hogan, and he gave a rather lengthy diatribe, and then he intended to threaten Mr. Hogan with the implication that one day Hogan might say, turn a corner, and then Harlem Heat would be there to jump him and inflict violence upon him. And rather than state the words, Mr. Hogan, we intend to inflict violence upon you, he said instead, Hulk Hogan, we comin' for you. And then he dropped a rather colorful expletive. Hey, look, a shitbot. I'm telling the Hulk Hogan we coming for you N-word story, and I get interrupted by a shitbot? How dare you? 1,106 commuters over 62 days is not a very good score, I would bet. It is, top 25% in the world. Apparently this was a mean challenge, but Sam did better than me with 1,900 and nice. So drop those samurai slams in the chat if you've got them, and let us move swiftly on to our friend the Wordle. Hello, the Wordle. It was a 5-letter word that Booker T said. Would you believe it? Unfortunately for him, this was not like a pre-tape. This was live, and therefore it went out, and therefore it has become one of the more famous clips of Booker T's entire career. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. Me and Gene Okerlund was present for that interaction. Let's see here. The Wordle today could be fiend. It is not fiend. It could be, I don't know. Well, it can't be plink because there's no N. It could be blimp. There's absolutely nothing saying it's not blimp other than our recently discovered knowledge that it's not blimp. But hey, there's an L in there. It can't be liege because, first of all, the I is the second letter in liege. And third of all, wait, no, there's also an E in liege. 2 of them, in fact. So no, the Wordle today is not liege. It could be... I don't know. Royally? I suppose it could be royally. Is that a word? Is that how you describe the quality of a boil? It's all royally? No? Okay, fine. It cannot be voila. There's no O in it. The Wordle today is... Well, it's not going to be sales because that's the 5-letter version of a 4-letter noun. Vowel. Not vowel. Verb. Noun and verb both would have worked. Vowel, not so much. It also can't be vowel for, several different reasons. And again, I'll say, I have no idea. It's not going to be this, but let's get to more information. There's an S in there. Thank God I got something approaching information. Spilt? No, it can't be spilt. There's no P. Stilt? It could be stilt. Could actually be stilt. And yeah, it's not stilt. My Wordle form was imperfect. Oh no. Well, balls. The hell is this word? Shilk? Shilk is not a word. Is it? No, it is not. Hey, I have a question. Spotify. The fuck is this? God, I find myself saying that a lot lately. About things that happen to worm their way into my Spotify playlist for Gimmimim. And by worm their way in, I mean I directly added them, but I added them as part of adding like 400 songs. So it's on me. What is the fucking word? It's not shilk, on account of that not being a word. It's not... I mean, it could be a double L, so it could be... Oh, it could be skill. That's a very simple word that it took me forever to see. It's... Okay, it's not skill. It's shill. That's all. Yeah, if we had gotten to skill earlier, we probably would have gotten to shill shortly thereafter. All right, fine. Speaking of shill, Mean Gene Okerlund sure was one of them. He was the guy tasked with getting people to call the WCW hotline back when that was a thing. Hi there, people running from a stinky thing, or perhaps just a thing involving dust in what appears to be South Korea in, I don't know, man, 1983? 1986? Was there like a famous earthquake or disaster or something in South Korea? Because sure looks like y'all folks are running from something that will become known as a famous earthquake or disaster or something here in Seoul, South Korea in 1980, I don't know, 4? We were in Seoul, South Korea in 1984. So Mean Gene Okerlund would always be plugging the WCW hotline. There was this... Here's a fucking dated ass concept. There was a telephone number that you could call, and for the low price of 99 cents per minute in like the 1980s and 90s. For the low price of 99 cents per minute, Mean Gene Okerlund would read off a pre-written and, would you believe it, overly verbose spiel purporting to give away backstage secrets of the professional wrestling industry, which was usually a whole bunch of hokum and made-up nonsense, because this was, after all, the professional wrestling industry. Also, apparently, there was a march in Seoul in 1987, and some cops happened to it. Would you believe it? So, thanks to that, I and everyone who watched WCW in the mid-1990s has the words 1-900-909-9900 stuck in our head forever because of Mean Gene Okerlund and the way he said that particular tone, that particular phrase, in that particular cadence. Hi, Frank. This is Frank. He may or may not be able to walk. Hi, guy who looks an awful lot like the dude who plays Magneto. Is that Ian McKellen? I think that's Ian McKellen. Hi, dude who looks an awful lot like Ian McKellen. Magneto, why are you in a car with Frank? Why is Magneto riding in cars with Frank? Oh, riding in cars with Frank, by the way. Title of the episode. God. All right, riding in cars with Frank is the title of the episode. It is 7:15. We're making decent time here. Speaking of time, this little presidential seal right here tells us that Frank is in charge of the country, and also that gives us like a very particular time from which it could be. The absolute earliest is 1929, and the latest is whenever Frank died, which I think was 1944, something like that. Frank was president for a while. But no, Frank didn't take over in 29. 29 is when the market crashed. Frank took over in 33 after the people voted out Hoover on account of the previously mentioned enormous crash and crippling hit to the national economy. Anyway, so we are at an oil... We're at an oil mar where you can get hin gas. God, that's an unfortunately placed hat. There are just so many things blocking all of this. What does that say? I have no idea. What does your license plate say? District of Columbia. Not helpful. Maybe helpful. Possibly helpful. What is this? This is the Dayton Industries Building Auto Park. Dayton, I know, is a city in Ohio. Did y'all drive up to Ohio? Are we in Dayton, Ohio? Would be bad. Some bitch. Does that just say, like, the Merritt Highway? Marathon. Marathon. It's all one big word with awful spacing. Look at the spacing in this word. It says marathon gas. That also says marathon. Okay, that's not nearly as helpful as I thought it might be. Hello, Spire. Has anyone slain you recently? I was hoping it might say Dayton, Ohio on it, but it doesn't. Like jerks. All right, fine. We're in Dayton, Ohio in 1936. Sure. That seems reasonable. Let's zoom in to Dayton. Doot and doot. We are in Dayton, Ohio, 1936. We are in Dayton, Ohio in 1940. Okay, fine. Good job, Goog. Next. So one time, Mean Gene Okerlund was interviewing Sid. And, well, Sid was never a linguistically gifted... God. Making fun of a man for not being able to talk, and I'm failing to talk. That's irony, children. Sid was never a linguistically gifted individual, and unfortunately, because he was big and large and professional wrestling promoters thought he could make them some money, they kept giving him microphones and telling him to speak. Or, in this instance, they had Mean Gene Okerlund point a microphone at him, which... kind of a double-edged sword for Sid, because if you're being interviewed by Mean Gene Okerlund, that means you're a big deal. But if Mean Gene Okerlund is talking in the same segment as you, and you suck at talking, oh boy, does it look like you suck at talking. Because the people just saw Mean Gene Okerlund talk. He can really fucking talk. So Mean Gene Okerlund is interviewing Sid. And Sid is not doing well. He's mad at someone. I don't remember who. It doesn't matter. But he's tripping over his tongue, and he's not getting the words out right. And he just sighs, and he looks at Mean Gene Okerlund, and he says, "Can we try this again?" It's like, this segment isn't going well. This is a bad take. I know this is a bad take. Let's just take it from the top. I'll take a breath. I'll regather myself. It's a good instinct to have as a performer. Unfortunately, for Sid, he was not clear that it was live. Sometimes they pre-tape interview segments, and sometimes they just say, fuck it, we'll do it live. And this was one of those instances where they had said, fuck it, we'll do it live. So rather than abandon a bad take and make an honest go at making a second effort of it, Sid had instead broken character and pulled back the curtain on the illusion that was professional wrestling in front of a live audience. And listen, professional wrestling only exists if we all agree to suspend our disbelief about stuff. And it becomes more difficult when Sid fucks up his promo and looks at the interview guy and says, "Can we try that again?" So these folks here have signs. They want a referendum about South Sudan, which seems like a good idea, man. I don't know. Referendums tend to be better than non-ferendums. I have no knowledge about the ongoing bad things happening in South Sudan. But hey, your flag looks nice. It's kind of busy, but you know, a lot of flags are busy. This is a good, fine flag. Good job, flag designers. Their sign also says "Stop kabooming the people," which it probably doesn't actually say "Stop kabooming the people," but it sure does look like it says "Stop kabooming the people." I'm sorry. I should probably not openly chortle at your ongoing humanitarian crisis. I apologize to the people in Norturk and Western Bar Alga something for chortling at your ongoing humanitarian crisis. We are in, I'm going to go ahead and say the southern part of Sudan, or perhaps South Sudan, whatever that area of the world is known as these days, in basically nowish, like say a couple of years ago. So where's, aha. Oh, hey, we got a Sudan and we got us a South Sudan. All right. We are in Malachi Black. No, wait, he's a professional wrestler. We are in South Sudan. Wow, such Sudan in 2024. It turns out that we're in Juba in 2011. Okay, fine. Next. So we told the Hulk Hogan "We Coming For You" story. We told the Sid story. I thought I had a third one. And I can't think about it. I can't think of it. A shame. So that says Whitbread. This is Pickwick and Adams. All right, so this is all very English, proper British type European shit going on here. Although that does say tourisme, which, given the accent, also that is a tricolor, or perhaps Belgian. That might be Belgian. Hold on. Are we in Belgium pretending to be France? This is the Library of Rhaegar Targaryen, or Rhaegar Bookhandle. Heir to the Bookhandle throne, obviously. Cards and guides for Michelin kids and their godsons. Okay. So the Michelin Man approves of this library and bookstore. This is the Whistle Change Exchange. You can exchange your change. Hello, Sunflare Space. No, I don't think we're in Brazil. I disagree. This is probably France. Yeah, this is... Oh, apparently this is Belgium. God damn it. All right, I did say that it might be Belgium based off of that. I looked at that and I saw the blue and I saw the red, and then I was like, is that white in shade or is that just yellow? And apparently that's just yellow. So this is Belgium, which would mean that we're in Brussels is in Belgium, right? I'm not wrong about that. I don't know. Let's find out. We are in Belgium Town, Belgium in wonderful question 76. I see cars that look like this and I immediately think it's the 70s. All right. That is Poland, which is not Belgium, rather famously. That's Belgium, right next to... Hey, would you believe it? The languages are French and Dutch. What's between France and the Netherlands? Belgium. Also, Antwerp. Brussels. Brussels. Hey, that's a thing. We are in Brussels, Belgium in 1974. It was indeed 1974. And it was Bruges, not Belgium. Alas. Next and last. This is the Caballero. Hold on. Are you telling me that you can get a Tampa Bay Rays shortstop here at the Caballero? No, don't do that. There's already too many of those. So this is a cafe restaurante. Awesome. Doesn't help as much as you think it might. Trindade, Centifiora, Avuvia, Allegre. So is this Italian? I think this is Italian. Goog knows a Ray. I know a Ray. They still have, they have one of the Laos, right? They have Nathaniel Lau, I think. Nathaniel Lau is a Ray. That might be it. We might be done here. No, they have Shane Boz, or did they trade Shane Boz? They have, or perhaps no, they have Shane Boz. They converted him to a starter. I know Rays. I also think I know that we're in Italy, possibly. Oh, that's right. They did pick up Craig. They still have Craig Kimbrell. Good for Craig Kimbrell, honestly. So this is the Consultorio Menco Cibrigigo, which, okay, might not be Italy, actually. I'm starting to think it's not Italy. Yeah, no. Possibly. Well, maybe. I don't know, man. How can I not tell the difference between Italy and Mexico? How am I bad at stuff? Wait, if I can't tell the difference between Italy and Mexico, is it just Spain? Could it just be Spain? Spain kind of exists. It's its own thing, I know, but also... Oh, God. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, it seems reasonable. We're in They're historically, recently, rather successful folk. We're in Madrid, Spain, in... God damn. 19 Dickety Trace. We are in Madrid, Spain, 1923. No, it was Lisbon, Portugal, 1909. All right, fine. That's reasonable. 40,705. That's pretty good time guessing, honestly. Also, hey, they redesigned this map to go with their overall general redesign. Good job, time guesser. For today's edition of StatPad, first of all, we need to go over here, do a thing at the work computer. Don't mind me. Come here. And come here. Ah, shit, I'm going to have to sign into a second thing. Fuck that. Sounds like work. We need wins above replacement for dudes who played in the 2021 ALDS, the 2010 AL East, the 2000 World Series, the 2011 NL Central, and the 2015 NILDS. All right, fine. So, let's see. 2021. That is... who won the World Series in 2021? Is that the Atlantans? Is that the year Atlanta won it? That might be the year Atlanta won it. Which doesn't actually help on account of that not being... Well, I know the Dodgers won it in 2020. Yeah, Sam, it does kind of sound like an STD. Don't give me NILDS. I don't want NILDS. 15 years from now, there will be, prescription drug commercials about ways to manage your NILDS, and it will basically be, societally acceptable to walk around and say you have NILDS. But right now, there's a lot of no. It's a bit of a taboo to even consider having NILDS. Anyway. Manage your NILDS, title of the episode. Oh, God. Ow, my leg. All right. Let's see here. So seriously now, who the hell played in the 2021 American League Divisional Series? You know what? The Guardians always fucking win the AL Central. They were probably good. Jose Ramirez is going to the Hall of Fame. He was probably good. 2021 Jose Ramirez did not play in the ALDS. God damn it. Stupid Guardians not always being in the stupid playoffs. Was Tim Anderson still good and relevant in 2021? Possibly. Were the White Sox? No. But hey, if Jose Ramirez didn't play in the ALDS, then maybe Tim Anderson did. Maybe Tim Anderson had 4.5 wins above replacement that year. Maybe Tim Anderson was a really good pull. Maybe Carlos Correa existed, but, we can ignore that. 2010 American League East. God damn it, the answer's Jose Reyes isn't. Wait, National League East. 2010 is right toward the end of that Phillies run with their triumvirate of starting pitchers, right? 2010 is the last year before Ryan Howard's contract kicked in. It's the year after the Yankees beat the Phillies in the World Series, when the Phillies were trying to repeat. So what I'm getting at is this a Cliff Lee season? I don't think this is a Ryan Howard season. I think Ryan Howard was already on the decline, and then he tore his Achilles in the making the last out of the NILDS, actually. So yeah, the Phillies were bad for a while there after that. But they were still good in 2010. They made the NILDS, after all. It's more than you can say about the Mets in 2026 and probably 2010. I don't remember 2010. Let's see here. Could be Chase Utley. Yeah. Yeah, because, I know the Phillies made the playoffs, so I'm focusing on the Phillies here, trying to figure out who their best pitcher would have been. I think Cliff Lee kind of started falling apart right around the same time the Phillies started falling apart. Those two events were probably correlated. They might have fed on one another is what I'm getting at. Maybe Roy Halladay? Maybe Roy Halladay 2010? Yeah, seems reasonable. 2010 Roy Halladay, 8.2 WAR. Good job, Goog. Good job. A full 1.6 clear of the field. Oh, and then you've got Josh Johnson, Jason Hayward. Nicely done. All right. A dude who played in the 2000 World Series. So the 2000 World Series was the Yankees' third straight of their dynasty. But as I recall, the 2000 Yankees were kind of ass, like relatively speaking. They were not this dominant super team. They just kind of bass-ackwards to their way into the playoffs, and then they got hot and won the damn thing. So the answer is probably someone on the team they beat, which is a Wait, 2000 was the Subway Series. Okay, I just remembered who they played in the 2000 World Series. It was the Mets, which means that we're looking at, this would be the one with the Roger Clemens, Mike Piazza incident, which means you're probably just looking at Mike Piazza. Like, this is Mike Piazza, right? 2000 Mike Piazza, that stands to reason. Seems logical. I've added up the deals. 5.1 wins above replacement. Good job, Goog. Only 5 guys better, including 2 of them on the Yankees. But you've got Edgardo Alfonso. Jorge Posada would have been a good pull. 5.1, perfectly respectable. All right. What did you get for this, by the way, Sam? Curious. Anyway, 2011 National League Central. This is a long-ass time ago. Is this Adam Wainwright? Are we too far back for Adam Wainwright? We're not too far back for Adam Wainwright. We're smack dab in the middle of this. Sam put it in Discord. Check out the Game Station channel on the _Goog's Discord. Sam put up a total of 31.2 wins ha. Ooh. Oh, we better get busy living or get busy fucking losing to Sam and StatPad today. Might be that thing, friends. 2011 National League Central. Was anyone that... Who would have been good in 2011? This is after Ben Sheets. This is before John Lester was a Cub, I think. But it is like, no, John Lester won the World Series with the Red Sox as a rookie in 2007. I don't think he was around for the 2013 championship, but I could be wrong about that. I know he was gone by 2016. He would have still been around in 2011. Let's see. So it's probably not going to be any of the... If it is a Pirate, it would have been Andrew McCutcheon. Clancy the Crow resubscribed 17 months in the Goog Troop for Clancy. Thank you so much. Clancy, by the way, just started playing Baldur's Gate 3 last night on their Twitch stream. It's a good, fun time. They have no idea what they're doing, but, you know, they're learning a new video game. It's gonna be fun. They're gonna be live again later tonight. Go follow Clancy. Oh, goodness. It's fine. You'll be fine. Have you ever, like, played D&D? I know you built a character, but have you actually played Dungeons & Dragons? Because I'm not saying it's going to be hard. Okay, it is going to be hard. I'm not saying it's going to be impossible. But if you don't have that base level, I've never played Dungeons & Dragons, it's going to be it's an extra trick. Because you're learning Dungeons & Dragons and then getting curveballs based off of, like, if you know D&D, Baldur's Gate 3 is a couple of curveballs here and there, but you've got the framework. The problem is you don't know D&D, so it basically has to teach you its version of Dungeons and Dragons, which is an interesting experience that I wouldn't wish on a person. But good luck. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be completely and totally fine. You will, in fact, be fine. Oh, goodness. Oh, God, what are we doing here? Listen, if you are in a situation where you can Hellish Rebuke, it's not a bad idea to Hellish Rebuke. It's not the worst idea to Hellish Rebuke. You'll be fine. Keep your distance. Send Lae'zel in to charge at things that you want dead. You'll be fine. Unless Lae'zel dies, in which case, well, this is why Shadowheart exists. Let's see. 2011, National League Central. I want to say Adam Wainwright, but Adam Wainwright didn't get to be like really, really great at stuff until later in his career. As I recall, he might have been kind of ass. Is this Zach Greinke? Was Zach Greinke a brewer in 2011? I don't know, man, but he was probably good wherever he was. Zach Greinke. 1.5 wins above replacement. God fucking damn it. Oh, Ryan Braun, Joey Votto. I almost said Andrew McCutcheon. That would have been, a good pull. Alas. Dude who played in the 2015 Nilds. 2015 is the year the Mets went to the World Series. We'll just say Matt Harvey. Take us a good simple result there. 2015 Matt Harvey, 4.7 wins above replacement. Not nearly as motherfucking Zach Greinke. I'm so... it's fine. It's whatever. I wasn't going to get there. But the fact that I went Zach Greinke here when I should have gone Zach Greinke... Fine. My grid beat 51.5% of other grids. Good job, Goog, I guess. Friends, this has been an edition of StatPad. This remains our stream schedule for the week. I theoretically have an all-day job. I have to be on a Zoom call for it in 20 minutes, but I kind of don't think it's going to go all day. I don't know. That's my hunch. We'll see. That'll do it for us here today. I will be live tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock Eastern, for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, this is the end screen. Thank you all so very much for being here. Have a good day, and goodbye.